Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen had a surprise for the local World War II veteran Monday night. We'll speak with the former Nashville Mayor Carl Dean, and we'll bring you a video from the Coffee County Patriots Day. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family. Over 75% of car shoppers today use the internet to search for their new or pre-owned vehicle. That's why the russellbarnett.com website is so versatile, where you can check it anytime, all the time, online. You can search through our new and pre-owned inventory by make, model, mileage, or price. We can value your trade-in and get you pre-approved for financing before you even walk in the door. So check out russellbarnett.com, and remember, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen honored World War II and Korean War veteran Thomas Gwynn at Monday night's meeting.
As you know, today is Patriots Day, and we are honored to have a true patriot in our midst with us tonight. Mr. Thomas E. Gwynn has lived in Tullahoma for over 48 years and just recently celebrated his 98th birthday. You heard it correct, 98th birthday. He joined the Army in 1941 and served our great country in World War II and the Korean War. He is a two-time POW and was able to escape both times on his own merit. Mr. Gwynn has received many honors and decorations over the years, but almost all of these were destroyed by fire at Mr. Gwynn's longtime residence here in Tullahoma in October of 2013. Included in the loss were multiple Purple Hearts, the Silver Star, the Presidential Unit Citation, the Bronze Star, the Combat Badge, the Prisoner of War Medal, and the Distinguished Service Cross, and others. One of the greatest honors for Lieutenant Gwynn was a Combat Battlefield Commission that he received in 1944 from General Bradley. Another recognition he is very proud of was received from Seoul, South Korea in 2006, where a book was written about him. In 2013, Mr. Gwynn received from the French government the Legion of Honor Medal for his heroics in World War II. A group of people have been working since 2013 to recover some of the medals, and we've been able to have some reissued. Mr. Rob Norman is here tonight to deliver a commemorative medal created by the Regional Council of Lower Normandy to honor veterans of Operation Overlord, the Allied code name for the invasion of Normandy or D-Day. The medals were originally awarded in June of 1994. On one side of the medal is the torch of freedom surrounded by the French words which means God is with us. Mr. Gwynn is driven by his strong faith in God, and he credits his faith for keeping him safe and bringing him home to his family after his military service career. He is very proud to be able to serve his country and fight for the freedoms that we enjoy today. He continues to this day to serve the community of Tullahoma by giving to those in need as much as he can with groceries and clothing. So it's with great honor that I introduce Mr. Thomas Gwynn to you, and Mr. Norman has a surprise presentation he would like to make. Mr. Norman.
Thank you, Mayor, for this opportunity to present Mr. Gwynn with this commemorative medal from the invasion of Normandy, D-Day, 1944. This represents his great service to us in World War II, which he's very proud of. And again, thank you for this opportunity and this forum to do this. Mr. Gwynn. Here is the medal from the Normandy, representing your service on D-Day, 1944.
That's pretty.
John Gray spoke with THS head football coach John Olive about the team's game this week with district powerhouse Spring Hill.
We'll talk a little bit right now about Spring Hill.
Okay.
We're going to Spring Hill this Friday night.
We do.
And that's a regional game.
Region game. They're picked for second place in our region behind Marshall County. So our first two games are against the top two teams that were preseason picks.
And played Marshall County to a one-score game.
We did, but you gotta get those to where you're the one
on the other side.
That's correct. In order to get to the playoffs, and so Spring Hill's got a running back named Smith that's committed to Georgia Tech. They got a wide receiver that everybody thinks the world of, and he's got several offers. I believe it's Cincinnati is his biggest offer. I'm looking at my sons because they keep up with that stuff, and they've got a big lineman that made all region last year, first team all region as a sophomore. He was number 99 last year. He's changed his number to 55 because they got to play him in the offensive line this year. They're a very talented football team. They're a lot like us, though. They're a little thin. They have a lot of kids playing both ways, and so.
I think Riverdale beat them last night 27-17, something like that.
I think it was even worse. I think Riverdale got cranked up there toward the fourth quarter and put it on.
Might have been 47-17 or something
so
like that.
27, I think it was like 40-something to 27 or 24 or something. They've scored.
But that's where we are next Friday night, and we're at Spring Hill, so remember that and find a way to get to Spring Hill next Friday night. There's all kinds of good places to eat before you get there. You can go to Puckett's Grocery or afterwards. There's all kinds of neat places to go up there and have something to eat for the ball game, but we need you there because we're trying to do something special this year, and you're a great big part of it.
We'll be back after these messages.
Have you ever been involved in one of these? And you need one of these? Then look no further than the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center. With a state-of-the-art facility, aluminum capabilities, lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Auto Rental, claims assistance from start to finish. We are here to serve you. So stop by and let us show you why we are number one, the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Several Coffee County veterans groups presented first responders with Patriot of the Year awards at the annual Patriots Day ceremony in Manchester on Monday. Let's watch some of those presentations.
The presentation will be by Ms. Valerie Phipps, President of the American Legion Auxiliary here in Manchester.
My plaque is to be presented to Aaron Brown. He joined Hillsborough Volunteer Fire Department in 2003 as a junior firefighter. When he turned 18, he became a full-time fireman. He holds the position of secretary in his department since 2014, and he still holds that position. His hobbies are hunting, fishing, spending time outdoors, and spending time with his fiancée, Courtney Johnson, and also his niece and nephew. Aaron is employed at AEDC with a degree of architecture. Aaron, if you would come up and let me present your plaque, please.
Our next presentation will be by Mr. Darrell Edwards of the Sons of the American Legion.
My name is Darrell Edwards. I'm with the Sons of the American Legion, Squadron Post 78. We would like to nominate Chris for this Patriot Award. Chris has been with Summerville Volunteer Fire Department under a little under a year. In his time with the SVFW, he has become one of our most trusted and valued members. Mr. Kepling is classified as an interior firefighter and has shown great teamwork and leadership skills on the fire grounds. His previous experience and training is is a tremendous asset to our department. His hard work and dedication is greatly appreciated by the SVFD department. The Black Creeds, Sons of the American Legion, Squadron Post 78 awards Christopher Kepling Patriot of the Year 2017. Congratulations. The Sheriff Department would like to nominate Benjamin Allen Slade. Come on forward. He's been nominated to represent the Coffee County Sheriff's Department as the Patriot Officer of the Year. Ben, as we call him, has been the Sheriff's Department since 5/25/15. He started with this department as collection officer and was promoted to road officer 6/20/16. He attended the Police Command Academy and graduated as a certified police officer 11/28/16. Ben served the Marine Corps from June 2009 to June 2010 and continued to be an active reserve until November of 2014. During his service as a Marine, he was deployed to Iraq and received the Armed Forces Reserve Medal with him device, the Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, and the Meritorious Mask. He is very dedicated to the community, and the Sheriff's Department is always receiving calls regarding his professional attitude. Ben Sneed is an individual that can always be counted on, is always ready to help the community and other law enforcement agencies. The children of the community look up to him, and he is always willing to be their mentor. His fellow officers love to work with him, as he always has their back. One morning he was overheard saying, when asked why, he was always in a good mood. I love life, this country, and the department, and the people I try every day to show their attitude. This statement sums up his faithful dedication to the community and why we want him to represent the Sheriff's Office in pretty well. Mr. Man of the American Legion, I present you American Legion Coast Star Post 78 Award, Benjamin Slade, Patriot Year 2017.
Our next presentation will be by Mr. Tim Heathcock, Assistant Director of the American Legion Riders in Manchester.
American Legion Riders, Gold Star Post 78, I'd like to recognize Nick Sloan. Nick is a volunteer fireman for the New Union Fire Department. He's a lifelong resident of the community and has many generations of family in the community. He's a graduate of Coffee County Central High School, class of 2011. He started volunteering at New Union Fire Department in 2013. He attended the Tennessee Fire and Codes Academy and completed a 10-week recruit class. Nick continues to take more classes to gain more knowledge of the fire service, as well as assisting and teaching some classes at the New Union Department. Nick is the son of Zach and Shelby Sloan and the grandson of Wilma and the late Hudson Anderson. He is presently employed at Beeline Welding and Fabrication.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Former Nashville mayor and current candidate for governor Carl Dean stopped by the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration recently. Newsleader's Marilyn Ewing spoke with Mayor Dean subsequent to him making an important announcement.
Yeah, so I'm running for governor on the Democratic side, and I'm doing that because I think the people of Tennessee want a governor who's in the middle of the road, who's going to be practical, pragmatic, common sense, and try to get things done and focus on the issues that really matter to the voters.
Exactly. And when you say those issues, a lot of things are out there. It's jobs, infrastructure, it's you know, all kinds of things. So what's at the top of your list?
Well, I think the number one thing for Tennessee is to continue working to move public education forward. I think there's a lot of elements to that, but I'm very concerned about making sure that we have we're producing a lot of college graduates, and then for folks who choose not to go to college, and I think we need to recognize a lot of young people will choose not to go, that we have the technical schools, the vocational schools, or the apprenticeships that will let them make a good living. I think we need to be very conscious about paying our teachers adequately, or making sure that we can attract the best and retain them. The issues that people are concerned about are the ones that you would expect. I mean, I think healthcare is probably at the top of the list because there's been so much discussion about it. I think the state needs to do more to make sure that our citizens have access to affordable health care. I think it was a mistake not to expand Medicaid. And I think that's a real issue. I think that obviously you want to have a strong economy, you want to have a strong private sector that is producing jobs, producing prosperity, and I think you want to have good schools. So I think if you pay attention to these basics, you know, good schools, good health care, and jobs, that you're on the right track, and all the good things will flow from that.
Oh, beautiful.
Shelbyville City Councilman Henry Feldhouse instrumental in getting these guests here.
I want to see Carl get in there and help the rural areas, especially like Shelbyville, and that's what I plan on holding his feet to the fire when he wins. But I love your thing on families and jobs. Keep it up. I'm for you.
Right. Thank you. Instead of arguing about ideology or polarizing folks, you want to do things that move the state forward. There's a famous saying, there's no Democrat or Republican way about picking up the trash. People just want the trash picked up. People want to see the government work. And so that's what I want to do. And I think the issues that really that are compelling to me are, number one, public education, which I think is the most important thing for our state, that we have to continue to move forward. We've had a lot of good work by Governor Hasselman and Bredesen, and we've made progress, but we have a long way to go. I'm still concerned about teacher pay. I'm concerned that we be a state that produces college graduates. I'm also concerned that we recognize that some kids won't go to college. And if they don't go, we ought to have the vocational, the apprenticeship programs, technical programs to make sure they can get good jobs. I'm a big believer that you got to have a strong private sector economy. You've got to have the private sector producing jobs, producing prosperity, creating the revenue that allows us to invest in schools and safety and things that really matter to citizens. And if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to do anything. And so, creating that atmosphere in which good things can happen, where there is more prosperity, I think is an important role. And then I think healthcare is really the issue that is on people's minds right now. Jim knows this area as well as anybody in the country. But when they were debating repealing the Affordable Care Act, people sort of came to this realization, I think more and more, that it was a mistake, a big mistake, not to do the Medicaid expansion.
Also on hand, 5th District of Tennessee, Congressman Jim Cooper.
Of course, this is a beautiful occasion today as Mr. Carl Dean makes a very big announcement today. So with you behind that force behind him, I think he's going to be okay.
Carl Dean is a really good man. He was a great mayor of Nashville. I had the privilege of working with him when he was mayor of Nashville. And I'm excited he's running for governor of Tennessee.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of counties in Tennessee, a lot of good folks, and I hope they get to know Carl. I think they'll like him.
I'm Marilyn Ewing, Newsleader on 6.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Tax time is here, and it's the perfect time to buy a vehicle, but you're not sure where to go because of poor credit health? Come see me, Dr. Credit, and the rest of the team here at Russell Barnett Kia. But don't take it from me. Here's a few of our satisfied customers and what they had to say.
He did everything and anything he could possibly do to help me.
Dr. Credit was very helpful in getting me a vehicle that I could afford.
Everything he explained to us was amazing. I would recommend him to anybody and everybody.
Dr. Credit helped very, very much.
Schedule your appointment with Dr. Credit at Russell Barnett Kia so you can drive away happy.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. John Gray stopped by the annual Wildcat Tailgate Party last Friday. The event was sponsored by the Tullahoma Utility Authority and LightTube and offered fans an opportunity to meet the football players, coaches, cheerleaders, and band members.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2017 Tullahoma High School Tailgate Party. It was canceled last week. It's usually the first home game of the year, but it was canceled because of rain. And now this is the Winchester weekend. Winchester's coming to town, Franklin County, and we're having the tailgate party today at Fraser McEwen Park, and that's brought to you by LightTube and I think First Vision Bank. So have a big time. Wish those Wildcats victory tonight against Franklin County. All right, I'm with Ashley Hunter, and she's with First Vision Bank, one of the prime sponsors of the tailgate party, and they've been doing it for how many years now? Do you know? I can't remember.
We took it over, but this is the 21st one. So,
all right.
Yeah, we've been doing it for several.
Yes, you have, and we appreciate your willingness to be part of the community and help such a great event.
Thank you.
What do you have here today? Pizza?
Pizza for $1.
Pizza for $1.
Feed these 100
okay.
kids.
All right. Thank you, First Vision Bank.
You're welcome. Thanks.
All right, the crowd's lining up and the football team's coming in. And there's Brian Skelton and the folks over there with LightTube. And they are one of the prime sponsors of this. And the boys and cheerleaders and everybody are going to get up here in just a minute and start signing T-shirts. And all of these young people are waiting to get their T-shirts and have the 2017 Tullahoma Wildcat football team, who are now 2 victories and 1 loss, playing Franklin County tonight, our third close town rival, and see if we can. We've already beat Shelbyville, we've already beat Manchester, we can see if we can beat Winchester tonight. So we appreciate them, and there's Brian Skelton with LightTube right there, and Tullahoma Utility Authority. This is what, Brian,
2017, I'm an old shirt. 2017 kickoff tailgate party.
There you go. There you go. But it's give them out, and it's what, the 21st year or something like that.
About right.
Long time. Appreciate your being part of it, buddy. All right.
Small.
So they're handing out T-shirts to all these young people, and they're going to get them signed by the Tullahoma Wildcat football team. Everybody's lined up, getting their shirts, and they're headed up to the pavilion to get their shirt signed by the Tullahoma Wildcat football team. Here's where it all happens. These young people are filing through. The Tullahoma Wildcat football team and cheerleaders are signing their T-shirts. Look at that, a big wave there. Look at all of you. Y'all looking good now. I mean, the pavilion is full. And there are young people everywhere, and this is exciting for the fans. It's exciting for the players, the parents. Just a really good time. The Olive Triumphant right there. Coach Olive and his 2 sons. And what a great lucky community we are to have that quality of coaching team leading our young men into victory. And that's check for $1,500 presented by Farmers Insurance to the Tullahoma High School Quarterback Club. There's the #1 Wildcat fan right there, Mike Finn.
So glad to have everybody here, especially the young Wildcats that are here to get their shirts signed and face painted and so forth, get ready to roll for tonight. We appreciate the moms and dads that have brought them out. I want to say thank you to TUA and the First Vision Bank for sponsoring this. I was telling Chris earlier, I thought it was the 20th annual, and it's the 21st. That's an old shirt. That's a new shirt. 21st time. Started in 1997, kind of on a trial basis, and that trial has continued on, and I want to thank everybody. We look forward to seeing you tonight. Thank y'all very much. We'll head out.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new Owner Advantage program. It starts as simple as your first year's maintenance is included with the purchase. We have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plans available. Car detailing, car rental, collision repair. Stop by one of our 5 locations and let one of our certified sales staff tell you all about it. The Russell Barnett Automotive Family Advantage program. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Don't stop believing, Tullahoma. Faithfully, Journey Resurrection, a Journey tribute band, will perform a free concert Friday, October 3rd at Fraser McEwen Park from 7 to 10 p.m. The wheel in the sky will keep on turning, and you're welcome to bring coolers, chairs, and blankets. Concessions on site. Any way you want it, this event is rain or shine.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1980 at 96 degrees. The record low was in 1964 at 42 degrees. The average high on this day is 84 and the average low is 60. Partly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of around 62. Partly cloudy weather again in the forecast on Friday with a high of 84 and a low of 63. And partly cloudy weather also on Saturday with a high of 86 and a low of 64. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6 wishes you and your families a lovely weekend. Thank you.